Good morning and welcome to Richard Raw's Daily Meditation from the Centre for Action and Contemplation. The theme for the week is liminal space, and the title for today's contribution is Dark Liminality. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of April 2020. And it begins with a quotation from Angela Foligno, who lived between 1248 and 1309, who said, "When I am in that darkness, I do not remember anything about anything human." And then Richard Raw contributes. After working as a physician and bioethicist for decades, Living School alumna and chair of the Centre for Action and Contemplation Board, Lavera Crawley became a hospital chaplain and spiritual companion for patients and their family in the liminality that often occurs between life and death. It seems to me that spiritual companionship is an art many of us are learning to practice these days, but we must be willing to be present to those in need, not just physically or virtually, but with our whole selves. Lavera shares some of the challenges of the spiritual work and how it can be transformative for both parties. There are likely to be few situations with the power to reliably propel us beyond the threshold of everyday existence and into the realm of the liminal than the way of despair of receiving a diagnosis of a serious life-threatening illness. It can feel like being hit by a brick or being hurled into the dark abyss. Once there, the territory can be utterly disorienting and terribly frightening. Few know how to enter the liminal space where their sacred one or patient has been forced to go, let alone how to be there should they be brave enough to dare to enter. We are uncomfortable in these kinds of liminal spaces because it is strange and unfamiliar territory, woven with the difficult feelings we've been taught to suppress by medicating them away, by bypassing them through platitudes, or denying them altogether. It takes willingness, fortitude, knowledge, skill, and deep trust in spirit to go into these dark places as both witness and companion. To be very clear, I'm not equating darkness with something bad or negative any more than I would consider the apophatic way as such. There is deep beauty in the darkness, in the unknowing, in the indescribable. If only we can open ourselves to its purpose. Metaphorically, the dark emotions of grief, fear, and despair can be profound teachers and guides. The primal howl of existential suffering holds within it the lesson that we all must learn at some time in our lives, to heal from our suffering, not merely to ease or palliate it, but to transform it into the source and substance of our growth and wisdom. This requires a journey through it. We must listen attentively for whatever message it has for us, and, according to psychotherapist Miriam Greenspan, find authentic ways to befriend it so that we can surrender to its transmuting power. All spiritual traditions teach us some variation of this wisdom. While it may not come naturally to us to respond to suffering in this way through practice, it can become a learned skill. The art of spiritual companionship through the realm of the liminal can be learned, whether we are accompanying others or attending to our own souls. The first step requires trusting that in the course of time, the very healing we seek can emerge by our journeying through liminal space, listening attentively to what the liminal seeks to tell us. That is the end of this morning's meditation, and can I encourage all of you who have been listening to these meditations to Google the website, Centre for Action and Contemplation, and to sign up. It's completely free of charge, and you will receive these daily meditations in your email inbox every day.